Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live 10 at 10.
Authorities just can't say it enough. Do not burn anything outside right now, but people still aren't listening. Thanks for joining us tonight. Krista has the evening off. Crews have been getting calls all day about grass fires. Today, they fought to contain 2 separate fires in rural Page, North Dakota, that spread from 1 acre to more than 100. And there's another burning in rural Erie, not far from that original blaze right now. About 40 acres are burning there, but crews are letting this grass fire burn as they can't get trucks in the field. Valley News Team's Christina Craig has the latest on firefighters' battle.
You could hear the faint crackle and pop as fire crews extinguished remaining hotspots.
If you have a small amount of burning material or an ember or something that escapes and lands in new combustible material, that could potentially start a new fire.
If you take a look behind me, you can still see some smoke and flames that remain. But what started as a controlled burn in 2 different locations quickly spread, burning more than 100 acres, if not more. The property owner who started the blaze was unaware of the ban, something deputies say is inexcusable, especially when there's a lot of dry grass from very little moisture.
Honestly, it was a pretty light winter. There wasn't a whole lot of snow, so when you don't see a lot of snow and you don't see a lot of precipitation coming into the spring, it can become common.
The message in all of this: do not burn anything outside until the grass gets green. In Page, North Dakota, Christina Craig, Valley News Live.
Deputies say they have filed a report against the farmer, but no charges have been filed at this time. Clay County is also advising no burning right now. Fire officials tell us the rule of thumb is just don't burn anything until things green up. We have some new information now about the massive wildfire near Warroad, Minnesota. Authorities there say the fire is about 80% contained, up from 60% earlier today. The fire began on Wednesday and has destroyed around 4,700 acres of the Beltrami Island State Forest. The fire area is now reduced to about 4,500 acres because of more accurate infrared mapping. As our spring continues to warm, ice is off of many Minnesota lakes, but many are finding out ice heaves are leaving a trail of damage behind. Valley News Team's Macy Inger visited Jewett Lake near Fergus Falls today to find the worst hit spots and what homeowners are doing about all this.
Summer is calling, but before Jewett Lakeside homeowners can enjoy the water, they're fixing what Mother Nature left behind.
I pushed all the rocks up and everything, and it raised the front of my deck way up.
It's actually lifted the front of the deck up and pushed on the house and split some walls inside a little bit.
This mound of rocks and dirt may look like it's supposed to be here, but it's not. This was caused by the ice heaves. Some neighbors say this is exactly what their backyard looks like. Others who lucked out saw no damage at all.
It's too much for a shovel. I don't care how many young guys you got, it's too much.
Many will turn to heavy machinery to fix the lumps, bumps, and piles of dirt left behind.
Just shoved everything back.
All these rocks next to this home were already removed from the backyard and will have to be pushed back into the lake.
This is the worst. Yeah, this was absolutely worst.
Fortunately, ice heaves only happen for these homeowners every few years. It all depends on the winter weather.
Come on, spring.
North of Fergus Falls, Macy Inger, Valley News Live.
For lake homeowners worried about their property and the damage there, Otter Tail County does have an ice damage repair policy that homeowners can look into. We have a link on valleynewslive.com. Just click on this story. A Minnesota father is in jail after he told police he'd rather give his baby marijuana than Tylenol. Ramsey County charged Richard Martin and his wife Molly with child endangerment. The father also faces charges of selling marijuana. Martin told police that his baby smokes it and asks him to smoke weed. The baby, 14 months old. A 10-year-old also lived in that home. Well, a skydiver is recovering from injuries tonight after a hard landing at West Fargo's airport. It happened shortly before noon today. West Fargo police say 48-year-old Roger Thomas from Bismarck landed too hard and complained of back and leg injuries. Thompson was transported to Sanford Hospital. His condition's unknown right now. Skydive is a local skydiving club, and it will be conducting an internal investigation about this incident. The city of Breckenridge, Minnesota is asking people tonight to not use water if possible for now after a water main break there late last night. Authorities say they believe it happened around 11 p.m. The break was contained to 4th Street and Andrews area. Water is still safe to use. However, the city is asking people to conserve.
Valley News Live 10 at 10 continues with no wait weather.
Well, the first half of our weekend was great. Temperatures in the 70s in a lot of spots.
Yes.
And second half also great because we have a chance at some good rain here.
Yes, just enjoyed today. Now stay inside tomorrow.
Yes, and enjoy what you're seeing on the
Yes.
radar right here. We've got some rain pushing, and there's two main areas. One to our south that's now pushing into our southern valley, and another area of rain that's developed around the Bismarck and Minot area here. This is going to kind of come together and bring us chances for rain through the overnight hours tonight and even into the day tomorrow as the system continues to influence us. So as we take a closer look, most of the northern valley nice and quiet, seeing some very good returns out toward the Medina area and Stutsman County, seeing some rain starting to push into that region, and also in the southern valley as well. As we take a closer look toward Jamestown, just to the west of you, a little bit of moderate to even some good rain down just west of Gackle. That'll be moving its way to the east tonight, and that extends up into Foster County as well. Southern valley, lighter rain showers occurring right now, reporting light rain in the Wheaton area, also over toward the Aberdeen region. They're also reporting some light rain there. It's running into some drier air, so it's taking a little bit of time for some of this rain to make it to the ground, but it'll continue pushing northward, and eventually we'll see our rain chances increase tonight. Temperatures still very mild, 65 degrees in Fargo, 55 in Grand Forks, 61 in Jamestown, and 61 in Detroit Lakes at the moment, with light wind into northwest Minnesota. Most places reporting some pretty light wind with a couple of spots into the teens, but we can handle that for tonight, especially with the rain coming in. So through the overnight hours, we're going to watch this rain lift northward. Again, there's the one area to the south and then also to the west. By 1 a.m. into parts of Lakes Country, and I think we'll see some rain in southeastern North Dakota as well. And it'll continue to rise into the middle part of the valley through the overnight hours. 3:30, a couple of places where you see these pockets of yellow and orange where we'll be seeing some good moderate rain falling. Elsewhere, just some light rain showers occurring through the overnight. And by later on tomorrow morning, 6 a.m., some areas where we're still getting some bands of some nice moderate rain falling in the valley, maybe right over Fargo, Moorhead at that point in time. Temperatures starting off in the mid to upper 40s in most places. And then eventually this whole system continues moving its way north and eastward. We'll see the wraparound from that through much of the day tomorrow. The bulk of the rain falling overnight tonight, and then tomorrow scattered to isolated areas of rain showers occurring in the morning hours and into the afternoon and evening. This will continue tomorrow night, especially with the heating of the day, a couple of pop-up showers. And by the afternoon, temperatures making their way into the upper 40s, where we're stuck under the clouds all day into Minnesota. Other places we may be seeing temperatures rising into the upper 50s tomorrow. The other issue is that we'll still see some more wind, and we're still very dry, so just be aware of that. But wind out of the north and west at that point tomorrow, gusting up to about 25 miles per hour at 7 o'clock. But it will continue to rise into the later evening hours tomorrow night, with gusts up to 30, maybe a little bit higher than that tomorrow night. Notice this too, where we see some isolated precipitation happening as that cold air starts to push in. Some spots may see it switch over to some flakes by late tomorrow night, with again that wind on the strong side. It won't be too pleasant to be outdoors. Here's the latest look at what we can expect to see as far as rainfall potential is concerned. Anywhere you see green, that's at least a half an inch of liquid moisture, and there are a couple of pockets where the yellow is where we may be seeing an inch or more. Not everybody's going to luck out with that half inch of moisture, but I think at least all of us will see some sprinkles, some light rain, and hopefully we can all see a little bit of rain to just kind of tamp down that dry weather that we've been dealing with. Blanchard, North Dakota, great shot of a sunset sent to us by Linda Johnson. You can see the KVLY tower in the distance there if you look close enough. And we have a pretty nice forecast coming up. The rain coming tomorrow, very good chance of that. Extending into Monday, some isolated showers, even some snow showers continuing Tuesday. And then we quiet down for the rest of the week with temperatures on the cooler side. No more 70s and 60s, at least not for right now.
100%. That's a pretty good chance.
I think that we're going to see a little rain in the valley.
Good. All right. Thanks, Lisa.
You bet.
Well, coming up on Valley News Live, a roller derby in the valley sheds light on an issue of bullying.